The new yam basket of Ajali was already celebrating before the sun even finished stretching. Drums were practicing like they couldn't keep quiet. Aunties were cooking like the pots were competing, and children were running like tiny fireworks. And right in the middle of all that joy, two kids were trusted with one very serious mission: carry a special yam basket to the elders. But one stubborn goat, one slippery wrapper, and one small mistake turned that simple mission into a moment that would test their courage. Welcome to Oma's Story Nook, where little whispers become big wonders, and every tale is full of wonder. It's me, Oma, your storyteller, with my fluffy afro and my big glasses, here to serve you a sweet tale that feels like home. Today's story is a folktale-inspired adventure set in Ajali, Anambra State, and it's called The New Yam Basket of Ajali. Ajali woke up like a festival song. The morning air smelled like firewood, freshly swept sand, and something delicious warming inside big pots. From far away, the drums were already talking. Bam, 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 like they were calling everyone's feet outside. Women swept their compounds until the ground looked smooth and proud. Men carried benches toward the village square and arranged them under the big tree. Children ran past each other in slippers, shouting and laughing, because today wasn't an ordinary day. Today was celebration day. Inside one compound, Zina adjusted her blue dress neatly. Her woven crossbody bag bounced gently at her side. Chidi hopped around like he was auditioning to be the village drummer, tapping the air with his hands and making drum sounds with his mouth. Zina laughed. Chidi, stop it!
Chidi,
You're not a drummer.
Stop it. You're not a drummer. My stomach is the drummer.
Your stomach has too much confidence. Chidi nodded seriously. It has experience. They were about to run out when Mama stepped out from the kitchen area with the basket wrapped in a clean cloth. Tight, neat, and serious. Zina, Chidi. That
Chidi.
tone stopped them instantly. Zina stood straight. Chidi stood straight too, even though his toes still wanted to dance. Mama held the basket carefully.
Take
this to the elders' table at the village square.
Square.
Zina's eyes widened.
The elders'
table? Mama nodded. Yes, these are special yams for the celebration. They must arrive clean and complete.
These are special yams for the celebration.
Chidi leaned in and sniffed the cloth. It smells like responsibility. Mama pointed at him. And it also smells like, don't open it. Zina took the basket with both hands, careful like she was holding something important. We won't open it, Mama. Mama's eyes softened, but her voice stayed firm. Walk steadily, don't run. Deliver it straight. Chidi saluted like a soldier. Yes, Commander Mama. Mama tried not to smile. Go. And off they went, stepping onto the red earth road like two important messengers. The village road was busy with greetings. Na, Kedu, Ututu Oma. Everywhere, people moved with purpose. Some carried trays. Some carried bowls. Some carried laughter. And the closer Zina and Chidi got to the square, the more the air filled with smells that made Chidi's stomach begin its own celebration. They passed a woman roasting corn. The smell jumped into Chidi's nose and refused to leave. Chidi slowed down. His eyes followed the corn like it was calling his name. Zina tugged him gently. Basket first. Chidi nodded quickly. Basket first. But then they passed Puff Puff, golden, round, sitting on a tray like tiny suns. Chidi's stomach made a sound. Goo-boo. Zina side-eyed him.
Your stomach
is not part of this delivery team.
It's a volunteer.
Chidi whispered, It's a volunteer. Zina tried not to laugh.
Walk.
Walk. They kept going. but the road was full of delicious distractions, and Chidi was fighting for his life because his stomach was acting like it had rights. Then it happened. A little goat dashed across the road like it was late to meet its friends. Chidi jumped back to avoid it. Zina turned quickly, too, and the basket shifted. Not a small shift, a serious shift. From inside the cloth came a soft, scary sound. Thud, thud. Zina froze. Chidi, Chidi froze. Zina, then pop. The cloth loosened. A yam rolled out. Then another. Then another. They rolled onto the red earth like they were playing a village game. Zina gasped. Eee! Chidi crouched fast, scooping them up like his life depended on it. It's okay. It's okay. We'll fix it. Zina tried to wrap the cloth again the way Mama did, but Mama's wrap was a clean masterpiece. Zina's wrap looked like a confused towel arguing with itself. Chidi stared at the cloth like it had betrayed him. Why is the cloth behaving like it has opinions? Zina whispered. Because we were not supposed to stop. They stood there, breathing fast, holding the basket like it might run away too. Then Zina's voice dropped, small and worried. Chidi, what if we just pretend nothing happened? Chidi blinked. How? Zina pointed at the basket. We put them back and go quickly. Chidi tried to tighten the cloth again, but it still didn't sit as neatly as Mama's wrap. Then Chidi said the dangerous thought out loud. What if we hide the basket behind that bush and run back home? Zina's eyes opened wide. And leave Mama's basket on the road? Chidi's shoulders fell. True. They were still standing there when a calm voice spoke behind them. My children. Zina and Chidi turned so fast they almost spun. An elderly woman stood there with a small headscarf and kind eyes, not shouting, not scolding, just watching them calmly, like she had seen many children panicking on many village roads. Zina hugged the basket closer. Good afternoon, Ma. Good afternoon, the woman replied gently. I saw the yams roll. Chidi's mouth opened and closed. We didn't mean to. The woman nodded slowly. I know.
We didn't mean to.
I know. Mistakes happen on the road. Even adults make them.
Mama said we should deliver it straight. And you still can, the woman said. She stepped closer and helped Zina tighten the cloth properly. Smooth, neat, respectful. Her hands moved with the calm confidence of someone who had wrapped baskets 1,000 times. As she tied the cloth, she said a sentence that landed softly but strongly inside their hearts. Truth is how a child stands tall. Chidi repeated it quietly, like he was testing the words. Truth is how a child stands tall. Zina repeated it too. Truth is how a child stands tall. The woman finished tying and looked at them both. When something falls,
When something
you don't
falls,
bury
you
it.
don't bury it. You repair it. With truth.
So we should tell the elders?
Yes. Honesty may feel
Honesty
scary.
may feel scary, but it makes your heart light. My heart is currently heavy.
The woman smiled. Then carry the truth with the basket. It will help you walk. They thanked her quickly, Dalu Ma, and continued down the road. And even though their feet were walking forward, Zina could feel the truth walking inside her chest too, tapping like a small drum. When they reached the village square, it looked like a celebration painting. Drummers were practicing. Goo bam, goo bam, goo bam. Women stirred big pots and fanned smoke away with quick hands. Children practiced dance steps in messy lines, laughing when someone stepped wrong. Near the front, the elders' table was arranged beautifully. The space around it felt important, like respect lived there. Zina's hands tightened on the basket. Chidi swallowed. They approached and bowed slightly,
No, Muaka.
just like Mama taught them. one elder greeted warmly. "No, sir," Zina replied.
No, sir.
They placed the basket down carefully, but Zina could feel it. This basket had a story now, and the truth was tapping inside her chest louder than the drums. Before fear could pull her backward, Zina stepped forward.
Sir,
Please.
We want to say something.
We want to say something. Chidi's eyes widened like, now? Right now? Zina took a breath. A goat ran across the road. The basket shifted. Some yams rolled out. Chidi nodded quickly. We picked them up immediately, Zina continued, voice shaking but steady. We tried to wrap it again, but it wasn't neat. An elderly woman helped us. She told us not to hide it. The elders listened without interrupting. Zina swallowed and said it plainly. We were scared, but we didn't want to lie. Then she repeated the line again, because it felt like courage. Truth is how a child stands tall. Chidi echoed it too, louder this time, because his courage finally caught up. Truth is how a child stands tall. For a moment, the square became quiet. Even the drums softened like they were listening. Then one elder nodded slowly. You could have lied.
You could have hidden it. But you brought truth, and in a community, trust is stronger than yam.
We're
not in trouble.
You are learning. And learning is better than shame. Give them a small
Then the
plate.
first elder called someone nearby.
Give them a small plate.
Give them a small plate. A woman brought a child-sized plate. Simple, warm, and kind. Chidi whispered, eyes wide. My stomach is now an official celebration member. Zina laughed, with relief spilling out like sunshine. The drums picked back up, and Ajali returned to dancing and cooking and celebrating like before. Only now, 2 children were celebrating something else too. The feeling of telling the truth and standing tall. So here's what Ajali taught us today. My bright ones, mistakes can happen on any road, but truth helps you stand tall on it. Zina and Chidi could have hidden their problems and carried heavy fear all the way to the square, but instead, they carried honesty like a second basket, and that small truth turned into a big victory. And that is exactly why this is Oma's story, Nook Jr., where little whispers become big wonders, and every tale is full of wonder, because sometimes the wonder isn't in magic. It's in courage, community, and doing the right thing even when your heart is beating fast.
Thanks for watching, friends. We had fun today. Subscribe, like, and comment.